Hello Wonderless Hearts, and welcome back to my channel. So if you haven't watched my last video, you should stop this video, go back and watch that video, and then come back here. But in my last video, I went to the spa and I got me a facial. I also got me a massage, which was awesome, from the Bellamente spa. And I said that I'm going to get my lashes done. Now, I still haven't, it's been a few days since my last video. I still haven't been able to get an appointment to get my lashes done. Hopefully this week I'll be able to. Maybe I'll add that to this video here as well. But today, I'm going to talk to you about my top 10 favorite jobs if you love to travel. So you know I love to travel. These aren't going to be in any special order, but I'm going to give you my top 10 favorite. What's your top 10 favorite? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know if I missed any of your favorites in the comments below. So like I said, this isn't going to be in any special order. I'm just going to name my top 10 favorite. And for number one, it's going to be a travel agent. As a travel agent, your job is to book travel for persons that may not have the time or may not have the flexibility to be able to do it for themselves. They prefer someone to go there and do the work for them, and they just go on the trip. Because you know, as travel agents, they're experienced and they get the opportunity to go on these different trips and to experience these things so they can come back and let their clientele know what it is that they've done. So as a travel agent, you earn commission based on what it is that you're selling. There's no set amount or no set salary that you have. It really is based on how much or the amount of booking or the amount of persons that's going. You have a lot of perks as travel agents. Sometimes travel agents get to travel for free. Sometimes they get to travel at discounted rates. And it's fun being a travel agent. Basically, your job is to take care of your client's needs. So if your client is going on a trip and a customer says, hey, I want to go to the Bahamas, of course I'm going to use the Bahamas because I'm from the Bahamas, but if a customer says I want to go to the Bahamas and I want to do something fun and I'm taking my family with me, your job as the travel agent then is to do your research on the Bahamas, find out what is needed for them to go to the Bahamas, what types of documents they need to travel, because you know different places require certain things. It's also to get the cost of their flight, the cost of their hotel, give them different options to choose from, as well as find fun things as a family that they're able to do, or let's just say it was a couple, something nice and romantic that a couple would prefer, because you know there's different things and it really varies based on who you're booking for. So I'm able to talk and elaborate a lot on travel agents because I am a travel agent myself. So yeah, that obviously is going to be one of the first things that I'm going to talk about as a travel agent. You have lots of perks and you get to travel the world yourself, and you get to share that experience with other persons and give them your favorites. And sometimes persons already know what it is that they want. So, and you have those customers, those ones are even, makes your job even more easy, because once someone already knows what it is that they like, then you just go ahead and you book for them. You give them their price and you just make sure they're all set. So that's my number one, not in any special order, but that's number one, of course, because you know that I have the most experience in terms of that. So number two is a flight attendant. When persons love to travel, that's one of the first things that are favorite jobs that persons love. You already know whatever airline that you work with, you get to travel with them around the world, get to see different places, and you have a lot of flexible time once your shift is over, and you get to experience wherever it is that you're going to travel. Now, some airlines just go one specific place back and forth, but at the end of the day, because you work for them, you get the different perks that they allow you to get when you're ready to go on your own travels. Our job is to make clients feel comfortable, make them feel happy and welcomed, and most of all to make sure they're safe during their flight. You are going to have to communicate with persons often, so you want to be very sociable and you just want to be welcoming as possible. So this is a great job. I don't think it's something hard, and you don't have to have a degree to be a flight attendant. Also, anyone that loves to travel and looking for a job where they get to be on planes often, a flight attendant is the perfect job for you, right? So number 3 on my list is a tour guide. So as a tour guide, you should be a people's person. You should be very sociable. You should be very knowledgeable. And you don't need a degree to be a tour guide as well. All you need to do is do some research on whatever particular area that it is that you would be showing your guests. You're gonna need to walk around a little because you're gonna be giving tours. So you're gonna walk around with your clients and show them, or sometimes you may be driving and you need to point out certain things, so you want to be knowledgeable and be able to tell a story with what it is that you're doing. You want to make sure give real factual information and don't just make up things along the way. You're gonna meet a whole lot of different persons from all around the world, so you're gonna have to know how to communicate properly with persons and not be able to offend persons as well. So number 3 on my list, of course, if you know me and you know me well, one of my favorite types of traveling would be cruises. And so that brings me to number 3, which is a cruise ship worker. Now, a cruise ship worker has many different categories. You can be a bartender, a waitress, a server, a cruise director, a musician, a performer. You have many different job titles that you can be on a cruise. And one of the perks of being on the cruise is the fact that you get to travel basically for free. But even though you may work extensively while the cruise itself is going on, once that cruise reaches its ports and you have everyone coming off the cruise ship to go and explore wherever destinations you guys go, now you have the opportunity to go and explore as well. So you get the opportunity to travel for free, to eat for free, you get paid while you're on that trip, and you still get to visit those different countries wherever it is that you're going. So that is definitely a plus. I think that would, if I really had to choose, being a cruise ship worker would probably be one of my top favorite jobs. Now the only thing that is a takeaway from me from being a cruise ship worker would probably be the time away from my family. If I was able to bring my family with me and we all get to experience these places together, then yeah. But cruise ship workers kind of be there for quite a while before they get to take a break and then go back home. So that's the only thing, but at least you'll still be able to communicate with your family and friends. So that is my number 4. So my 5th one would have to be a blogger or vlogger. Now the difference between a blogger and a vlogger, bloggers write material based on where it is that they're going in terms of the travel industry. They would write about it, whereas a vlogger create videos pertaining, like small short videos. It could be a little long sometimes, but bloggers write, vloggers create videos. So that's the difference between those two, and those two all can bring you into being a social media influencer. So I'm basically a vlogger because I usually create videos based on my travels. As a blogger or a vlogger, you can create social media pages like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and create videos and show people about your travels. You create videos showing them your experiences, or you even create a YouTube channel like I did, and you can do the same thing on YouTube. You can get paid by monetizing your different platforms, whatever platform it is that you have, and you get paid for basically sharing your experiences. So you can get paid on either of them. You even can get paid for doing shorts on YouTube now, for doing reels on Facebook and Instagram, and for creating videos even on TikTok. You can monetize all of those, and whether you're writing on it or you're going to make videos about it. Another great perk is that sometimes people offer you free trips because you would have write about them and you may have gotten a lot of feedback, or maybe that is the pay that you're getting. You create videos on this and we give you a free trip, or we give you free accommodations. So that is also a good one. Number 6 would be a photographer. So as a photographer, you have persons that may love your work, and if you are good at marketing, not only in your country. Persons may want you to travel to their country to take wedding photos. Persons may want you to travel with them to take photos of them. You may be able to take pictures of nature and sell those pictures. There's a lot of different ways that you can make monies as a photographer, and persons are willing, and they do pay for persons accommodations, flights, to come to them to take photos, especially when they're a professional photographer and they know what they're doing. You will have persons that call you, that contact you and ask you to come to them, and they cover whatever it is that's needed if you're that good. So that's another way that you can travel the world and make money, and this is a very great job to have. I love that one. I love taking pictures, but I'm not a professional photographer. So number 7 on my list, I'm gonna have to just do this recording because somehow I lost the video that I had for it. But number 7 on my list is a translator. So as you know, to be a translator, you must at least know 2 different languages, and people would pay to have you come with them on their trips, to help them to communicate and engage while traveling. Or you may already live in the country where they're traveling to, so they would just hire you to take them around, show them a few places, and translate information to them that they may not be able to read or understand if someone else is talking to them. And as a translator, you are gonna need to be able to communicate properly and effectively, and make sure you look at the persons and you explain to them what is going on, and make sure they feel comfortable, and so on and so forth. Persons pay translators a lot of money, and it's a very good job because if you know multiple languages, persons will literally pay you to go and travel with them, and you get to see the world while you make money at the same time doing something that you can do fluently, which is speak multiple languages. That is one thing that I always wish I knew how to do, which is speak multiple languages. So number 8 on my list is called an au pair. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it'll be right here on the screen for you to see. These are basically babysitters or nannies that persons hire from a foreign country to live into their homes and teach their kids how to speak multiple languages. So if you love to travel and you can speak more than one language, and you are open to living in other person's home and you are great with kids, then this is the perfect job for you. You also help with household chores, and you earn a salary and different allowances. So that is another perfect job if you love to travel. So my 9th favorite job would be an international aid worker. Not only would you get to travel to different destinations, but you would also be able to help and provide your services places that may have experienced epidemics and disasters, natural disasters such as hurricanes, tornadoes, floods, so on and so forth. So this is another way that you can travel the world, as well as helping others at the same time and giving back. So this is another way of contribution. And last but not least, a chef, number 10 on my list. So if you're a great cook and you went to school to do culinary arts and you are open to traveling, then this is perfect for you. There are families that are willing to pay someone to create menus for them and their family, and sometimes, if depends on what it is, it may not be a family, it may be an establishment that wants to hire someone to cook a specific type of meals. Then they would hire foreigners to come in, and also it may require you to train staff as well as managing the kitchen and different inventory. So these are my top 10, and like I said, none of them are in any specific order. You don't have to have a degree for most of these, and almost anyone can do them. If I forgot any that you may love, like I said, leave it down in the comment section below. And thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful, and for those of you that love to travel like me, that you may end up finding something or thinking of something new through this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Thank you. Bye.